This is an instructional video for meniscus repair using Fibrin Clot Augmentation by Dr. Francois Tudor of the Gold Coast University Hospital. The patient is a 47-year-old ex-infantryman who presented with 6 months of left knee pain. The pain started following a twisting injury whilst in the gym. He had never previously suffered knee injury or pain. Due to the significant ongoing pain, he was unable to participate in his usual activities of trail running and the gym. Physical examination revealed neutral alignment, medial joint line tenderness with stable ligaments. Meniscal provocation tests caused medial knee pain. Weight-bearing X-rays revealed a lack of osteoarthritis. MRI demonstrates a radial tear through the body of the medial meniscus without significant chondral damage. Here, a posteromedial incision has been created following the initial diagnostic knee arthroscopy. A fibrin clot has already been prepared and sutured with a luggage tag type stitch. The clot is introduced via the endotracheal tube in the anterolateral portal and pulled into the tear utilizing the pulling stitch. The clot is positioned using arthroscopic instruments to lie adjacent to the tear. Sequential 2O PDS sutures are passed using a hybrid technique, starting with the vertical mattress sutures on either side of the tear, as you can see demonstrated here. The fibrin clot is utilized not only to stimulate biological healing, but also to bridge any tissue gap in a tear. This should allow for low tension in the suture repair. You can see the fibrin clot bridging a small gap in the radial meniscal tear here. After the vertical mattress sutures have been placed, these are followed by horizontal mattress sutures over the tear to create the hashtag configuration. This hashtag suture configuration is utilized when possible for radial tears. It has been shown to have excellent biomechanics, and a strong construct is preferable in such unstable tears. At least one undersurface suture is used in this construct. A preliminary check of the tension is assessed. In this instance, a second fibrin clot is inserted and moved into position. Final tension is assessed and sutures will be tied over the joint capsule. Rehabilitation protocols vary based on the type of tear. However, patients with radial tears remain non-weight bearing for the first 4 weeks postoperatively, followed by a 25% increase in body weight per week following that.